Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Piece of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint various and sundry miniatures here on the internet. It's Christmas, so I'm rocking my Santa hat. I've had this thing for years. I love to have a sundry different types of hats. Although I don't actually wear them like as often as I probably should. I don't know. I have them and then I only wear them when I'm driving or I'm like out. I never wear them at home, or once I go in a building, I usually take them off. I think that's like this old-fashioned thing that I've got in my head. Bulbasaur, let's go. Yeah. Okay, so this Bulbasaur is cool as hell, too. My friend printed it. But anyway, so we're here. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Not like 100%. These, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say about it. It sucks. So, like, there's the seizures, and then there's these aura things. So I guess that's what they told me to call them. Shit, I don't even remember who told me to call them that. But, so I'm still kind of in aura right now. Like, I'm not like, I can't think straight. It's like I keep trying to think of stuff and it didn't quite come. And I can tell that I'm not where I usually am. And so like it's a little frustrating, and it does make it harder to do things. So like yesterday, I definitely wasn't. Guys, I got lost in my living room. I'm not kidding. I got lost in my living room. I couldn't remember what I was doing, and then I couldn't remember where I was. And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm in my own house. What is wrong?" So that's when you're like, "Man, this isn't good. That's not good stuff." But you know. It's part of life, you know. Life goes it goes on within and without you, and you kind of have to take things as they go. So you know, you just kind of I don't know what else to say about it other than that. Not exactly the most fun thing in the world. It's the walk-in effect on a major scale. It really is. And it's out of nowhere. Like, you don't know when you don't know when one day's gonna be a good day, and one day's gonna be a bad day. And yeah, no, it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. But yesterday, like I said, man, I couldn't even think straight enough to figure out where the hell I was. So it's like, man, we are not doing anything today. Okay, so Bulbasaur is pretty easy here. We're just gonna do a quick Zenithal, just to kind of help us out with getting our definition started. Now remember, we're not trying to get into those valleys, so we are legitimately trying to skip over the bulb itself. And just get the tops of it. So this thing is a solid chunk of resin. Typically with something like this, you would want to hollow it out and print it. But my friend is a madman, and so he printed it. I mean, you can hear it. It's a solid chunk of resin. So cracks me up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, hey, here, paint this for me." And I was like, "Dude, are you serious? What is this?" He's like, "Yeah, I printed it at one solid chunk." It's the Bulbasaur paperweight for sure. I would have never dared try to do something like this. Like, I would be so afraid of it failing. Just because, like, I don't know, man. It's heavy. That's a lot. Man. I filed off a lot of the supports. There might be a few little nubs left here and there, but most of the support stuff got filed off. Which is, you know, kind of what you want. Especially down here. It was real rough down there. So I filed all that off before we got started, before today. And it's been primed in black. We're now doing a quick zenithal in white. And then we'll go on to some colors. We'll talk about those colors when we get there. Good thing about the fun thing about doing something like say Bulbasaur or something like that, it's like cartoonish, is that the cartoon, you know, you can keep all your colors really pretty solid. You don't have to do a lot of blending or fades or any of that stuff. A lot of times with cartoons, they're simple one-off colors. Makes it super easy to deal with. Trying to kind of come across it, so we don't want what we're doing is we're trying to simulate that light pattern, how that light's going to hit it. And that's actually a little even more than what you would normally get from a cartoon. Cartooning, they'll usually use different bubbles and stuff like that to kind of accentuate the light, so to speak. This is going to help us kind of see a lot of other things that are going on here on the model itself. Be able to make a few decisions as we go. Again, you could do this with a spray paint can. I like my brushes. I know a lot of people prefer airbrushing or rattle canning or whatever. But I'm an old school brush jockey. I like my brushes. I don't know. There's a little bit more of like a feeling I can get with the model. It's more of a. I don't want to say like bonding because that sounds weird. You're not really bonding with a model, I guess, or maybe you are. But like something about the brush, it allows me to have more. Well, that ain't bad, is it? Especially for the zenithal. So anyway, like I said, it allows me to have like a little bit more of maybe oh gosh, I don't even really know exactly how to say what I'm thinking here. But it's a connection, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Connection, a little more of a connection to the model itself. Get a feel for it, you know, and I really. A lot of times while I'm zenithing, and I see some things on there, and I start thinking of the colors that I want it to be, or you know, with this one we know what color it's going to be, so this is more of just kind of getting used to its contours and the shape of it. I was too old for the Pokemon craze, really. I didn't get into it. We were usually irritated that the Pokemon people were taking up the tables where we were trying to play Dungeons and Dragons and Warcraft, or Warhammer and stuff. So, like, you know, I remember when my friend Chris finally left his job at the game store, and we got to burn his Pokemon Gym Leader T-shirt that he had, and it was a glorious night. We had a lot of fun with that. Our Bulbasaur has a chip on his tooth. This should be alright. Put it in on these legs here. We're missing the toe down there too. So not a complete perfect print, but again, for the size that we ended up getting here, you gotta be pretty happy with it. Pretty big freaking Bulbasaur. Thick. Thick donkules. I'm actually playing Pokemon working as I speak. Yeah, it was just not my, you know, it was definitely like the generation right behind us. Was way into it. When I was 4, Pokemon came out in America. My dad got himself a red version and blue version for me. I was paying, could barely even read. That's cool, man. That's fantastic. All right. Hold on. I gotta look at the picture. It is. I don't. That's how little I know about Bulbasaur, guys. I gotta look at the picture. Okay. Greens. Lots of greens. Lots of green colors. Just a little bit of whites. Some reds. So I think I picked this out right. So we got like a sap green and an pale olive for our greens here. And then we'll use a little Payne's Gray to kind of, with some of these greens, kind of matches dark spots. We got crimson, Azarian Crimson for his eyes, pale terracotta for the tongue, and then, you know, of course, white. And that should work out okay. So we need to follow a little bit of this stuff. This is going to be the main body. We might do a little phthalo green on some of it, but I don't know. We'll see. So there's a sap green. Now that sap green, we probably are going to lighten that up a little bit. I might do my base coat in the darker version, and then we'll come back and lighten it up with a tad of yellow, and then come back with a dry brush and finish up that off. But first things first, I guess we want to talk about pulling one of the big dogs. There we go. I think we start off with painting the main body. And then we'll come back and we'll paint the way we can hold the bulb while we paint the first part, and then we can come back and paint the bulb afterwards. That's a pale olive. It's the color I'm using here. Winsor & Newton product. Most colors in your traditional art supplies are going to run pretty close to the same. There might be some slight changes in hues between one and another. And this is a pale olive green. Part of my life forever. Yeah, I totally get it, man. I totally understand why people are into it, man. It makes there is that huge amount of nostalgia that comes along with it. There's lots of things. You know, Star Wars gets that way for me a little bit At least it did for a long time, till they started like, I don't know, the sequels and the prequels really kind of messed up Star Wars for me. And more the sequels than the prequels. They were not my thing, you know. And if people like them, I'm totally fine with that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and slag the movie just because, you know, they made the piece of art they wanted to make. Did I agree with it? No. Did I think it was good? I mean, objectively, no, I did not. But am I mad that they made them? No. Well, you know, they're gonna make movies, guys. That's just how it goes. People are gonna keep making art. Some art you can like, some art you don't have to like. And I don't have to like that art, and that's okay. I think we really need to get more into that as a society, where we're just, we're just kind of okay with it, something not being for us. Like, oh, that's not actually for me. They didn't put that out for me to watch it. It's fine. It's like something I was watching, I shouldn't say I was watching. Something came across one of my feeds, and it was one of those, I don't know, short reels for some show. And I watched this little clip of this show, and I'm like, good Lord, this is horrible. Why would anybody watch this? And I commented, I was like, oh, so this is what people are watching on TV now. And like a lot of people got on there, and they were like, yeah, I hate it. I don't know why they did it. And I'm like, oh shit, no, I didn't. I just commented because I was like, that's what people watch on TV now, And I mean, I honestly think that it's a waste of time that I'm not going to get back. But if y'all want to watch it, watch it. Whatever. Teach their own, right? It's wasting my time, and I'm never going to get that back. But that's all right. I mean, like, I chose to click on the video. That was my fault. It was all me. It was all me. I don't really like being all the way back there, does it? Focus-wise. I think I need to get better. I probably need to take like an audio video class. Spend a lot of time online or something, learn some more about it. I learn a little bit, and then I learn enough to do what I want to do that moment, and I quit. I should just like take a full-on class. Go on down there to community college. I don't even know if that's still a thing. I mean, I know the community college is still there, but I don't know that they teach like random classes like that anymore. Pretty sure they make you like sign up for some sort of degree. I definitely don't want any more degrees. Really had enough of higher education for my lifetime. For me personally. Especially higher education in the state of Oklahoma. Holy crap. I guess OU is just going to start giving out diplomas and, the claw machines outside the Winco. Man. I can't believe we... Only in Oklahoma would you give someone a citation of recognition and because they failed a test or a paper, not because they just don't understand what a citation actually is. Man, blows my mind. Balls my biscuits. Balls my biscuits. I'm super angry. Alright. Coat one here is going to look a little streaky. That's alright. We'll get all that in. Yeah, I get lucky and get this little rascal to last us 2 shows. That'd be nice. I was wondering if it was going to take 2 hours or not. It's a small guy. Well, I mean, he's not that small, but it is in paint scheme wise, because like there's not a lot you got to do to paint this guy up. And all the surfaces are super smooth and easy to target. Not a lot of fine detail work. I think I got the color right though. Don't they say their names or something? Bulba. You guys have to help me out. I don't know enough about Pokemon. My Poke lore is way down in the dumps. He's a cute little thing, though. I totally get it, man. They're super cute. You know, when I was a kid, it was like, you know, because I was a teenager. I don't know what that is about being a teenager. It makes you just kind of a person. But Bulbasaur was your first Pokemon. I love it. How fortuitous. So what does he say? Doesn't he has a thing he says? Don't they all say something? You know, like they just say like one word or something, or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm old. I don't understand that newfangled stuff. I'm not really that old. Like, I'm not even 50 yet, really. I just feel ancient because they have me on a million damn pills. You should see my pill will. Like this will. A will of pills that I put all my pills into. And like every day you gotta take part of the will, you know? It's like a week of pills or whatever. And man, it seems like every 6 months another pill shows up in that box. I'm like, wow. Am I gonna end up taking like 17 pills for breakfast? Usually Saturday, yeah. Bulba. That's fun. That's fun. That's good times. Coming down to the second coat, I'm going to make sure we're getting a good even coat. But let's make sure we're tightening up our brush strokes as we're coming through here. Get a little crazy on your first coat, but your second or third coats, say if we need a third coat, we want to make sure it's nice and clean. Nice and clean. Payne's gray on his foot pads for fun. Give a little, or not paint gray, but phthalo green. Just give a little bit of a different color for the foot pad. I don't even know what his foot pad colors are supposed to be. I guess I can look that up. For now, we're just gonna throw this little color down. And it's a good time to, at the bottom here, is a good time for us to experiment with using the Payne's gray to mix up a color we're wanting. Maybe a Payne's gray and something else here too. I think just a little more. the shading here underneath. You can also use that for his little spots. The same color right. The good idea to go ahead and experiment with that color first. Make sure we have something that we can work with and we like before we just overly commit to doing that everywhere. And you know, and a good place to test it is here underneath. You're really not gonna see it quite as much in shadow. Alrighty. Come back through here. We'll just kind of start blending that in. And that's pretty common for animators too. They'll use a lot of the same colors over and over again, one for the shading and then one for maybe dots or details. And it just makes it easier when you're going to have to color things, especially for animations on cartoons and stuff like that. Because you're going to be doing a lot of selling and coloring in, and there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. Animating is a really cool art. Lots of people gotten into it over the years. I have a few favorite animators myself. Oh shit. I'm a big fan of Crump and a little bit of Bashy. You know, I like a little bit of that older style animation, I think. Come on, Mr. Camera. Right here. Right here. Focus on the Bulbasaur. There we go. I almost feel like I should just get used to painting in camera. I feel like if I could get used to doing this, or we could really have something going. It's hard to see though, especially for things like details. That would be super hard.
Fun fact, Bulbasaur is objectively the best choice for picking a starter in the original game because he resists the first two gym types. Oh, nice. Charmander is the worst choice. Being worse, though. I wouldn't know anything about that. But that's good there. There's some expert tips from Sir McBeardsly, guys. If you play the Pokemon game, go with Bulby here. He's the way to go. Just kind of adding that paint in there to soften those edges a little bit more. Really want to soften him up as much as possible. We want that smooth, clean look to it all. Sometimes it takes a little bit of almost like a dry brushing. Not really. And the brush is getting dry, but you know, we're kind of keep coming. We're not drying it out first and then coming back. Bulbasaur for the win! Yeah, he's looking good. Crypto Mikkel is the guy who printed this one. If you need to learn about crypto, go check out his show. He does a lot of the crypto stuff. Very knowledgeable about that thing. If that's your if you're interested in it, or you don't you want to learn about it, or you know about it, you just want to channel to keep up on the info, go check out Crypto Mikkel's show. Huge. He's very responsible for this whole entire endeavor getting started. So if it wasn't for Mikkel, I probably would not be on YouTube. So big shout out. Absolutely, man. Every time, bro. Every time. Yeah, if you want to learn that stuff, definitely go check his stuff out. He's gonna tell you the straight ish. You may not like what he says sometimes, but it'll be real. Yeah, it's 5 pounds. I don't know that it's quite 5, but man, well, maybe with the supports it was. It's thick. I tell you what, I found some layering things in it once I finally started getting paint on it. That you just couldn't tell before it started getting paint on there. That's how good of a sculpt this was for as big as it was. It still only had a few small layer issues. It's incredible. It's pretty kind of a feat of modern science to get a resin print this heavy to turn out. It's super impressive. I would have, like I was saying earlier on the show, I would have been terrified to print it like that. I'd have sat there all night staring at it with it being that heavy. I kind of hope you still have this file though, because we could easily print and paint these guys up and sell them at those toy shows. People would buy these things for sure, right? Break off the plate, or just completely break the access motor. Burn the motor out trying to lift the dang thing. I have to switch brushes here in a minute. We're gonna get as close in there as we can. Still got a little bit of time for today. Definitely want to get the first coat of this on, because we can get these get all these base coats done today. It will make our lives 10 times easier tomorrow. this is a base coat. We're going to come back with a much more yellowed color. One more fun fact. Bulbasaur has the third most screen time on the anime, with Meowth at being second, and of course Pikachu first. So yeah, Pikachu always is like he's the flagship though, right? Like for a long time, I think my mom thought that Pikachu was Pokemon, like that its name was Pokemon, and that Pikachu wasn't a Pokemon but was Pokemon. None of that's correct. Because we didn't care. That's good times. Okay. I'm gonna switch to something a little bit more manageable. Ooh, I'm shaky today. That's another thing with when I'm having these, whatever you want to call them, fits or whatever. I shake a little. I don't like that. It makes it hard to be accurate when you're shaking. Let's go ahead and paint this whole thing in white, and we'll just come back with the crimson later. Use the easiest way to make sure we get it all correct. Get it all done in. Even drop a Payne's Gray wash over this thing real quick. Once we get these base coats finished up. Just to kind of sink all the crevices. Get all our lines in. A lot of people hate on washes. They, oh, you don't need a wash or whatever. Oh, washes are used to hide mistakes. And where that's true, you could use washes to hide your mistakes. There is washes are pretty important. A thin layer of paint can be super important, which is essentially all a wash is. Unless you're buying, like, the dip. Which, in that case, it's meant to make your models come out looking okay fast. Like, that's the whole point of the deal. Alrighty. Yeah, that feels like the right color. Just a little bit more of it. That's Payne's Gray, phthalo green, and olive green together to get that color. It's not quite green, it's not quite blue, and it's not quite gray. I love that Sir McBeardsly has all the Bulbasaur facts. My favorite Pokemon from the original tie between Gengar and Mewtwo. Mewtwo. They're cool. I do love Eevee as well. It's really cute. I don't know. The old original 150 files. Nice. Does it have like all the Pokemon? Bro, I could definitely make some cash selling Pokemon. Pokemon sculptures, people would buy them. And these are easy. Like this stuff's this kind of fun and easy to paint. So it's definitely nothing that's stressful to deal with. This is just kind of it's a fun thing to do when I'm just not feeling like I can take on a big project right now or anything super detailed. Make my damn brain go today. I can't believe I got lost in my living room yesterday, y'all. That's embarrassing. Well, so the way we get around that is we only sell them at those swap meet shows. Like they're not going to come shut me down there. We couldn't sell anything like this online. You'd get popped fast. You'd be surprised at how much Pokemon stuff is out there you can buy aftermarket. The trick is you just got to be in the places where Nintendo is looking for you. That would be the real Pokemon challenge. That's the real Pokemon challenge. Nintendo and Disney running around the globe trying to collect all the cartoon characters like they're fucking Infinity Stones. Who can create the most adored character in the world? Damn you, you rotten mouse and crazy Italian plumber man. Is Mario still the flagship, or is Pokemon completely take over? That's a real question right there. yeah, oh yeah, no. Yeah, stick it to him. Listen, man, we're definitely in a place now. We're living, guys and gals, listen to me. And this may upset some people. They want to hear this, but that's all right. But we're living in what they call a K-shaped economy, which means that there's like, if you're at the very bottom, you're probably getting kind of at least taken care of, sort of. But if you're at the very top, man, you are living life to the best. But if you're in the middle, you're screwed. So all us middle class folks are in big trouble. And so scalp these rich guys as best you can. Screw them. Take their money. Who cares? Well, they do the same to us. They do the same to us in a minute. Hey, if you don't think them rich folks should swindle you out of every dime you have, that's why you don't have any money. I hate to be like that, but it just be how it be. It be how it be. Highest Croesus, man. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, but the mouse isn't a franchise though. That's what's creepy about old Mickey, man. He you might be outselling him on something that like is the overall recognized. Is Pikachu more recognized than the mouse? Is where the question really comes down into. And since I'm afraid to even say the mouse's name without getting some sort of strike on my YouTube channel. and we're sitting here straight up painting a Pokemon, it kind of tells you how much more afraid I am of the mouse. Those guys are virulent. They might actually come and find you at the swap meet and like break your stand. They'll send people over there to do it. I'm honestly surprised they haven't like merged together into some, you know, Uber Zord of a animation company. Ugh. God, even just suggesting that made me sick to my stomach. Of course, right now they need to pay for part of the ballroom to get that merger to happen, I think. So, you know, there's that. God, could you imagine being so fragile that you had to like have somebody invent an award for you to have because you couldn't get it the real one? Like, dang it. Sometimes I wonder. Just kind of start to wonder, is the whole world asleep at the wheel, or is this just some sort of weird simulation we live in? Yeah, man, how are you going to make up an award? How are you going to have somebody make up an award for you to get because you couldn't get the real one, and you sit there act like you don't know what's going on? Everybody knows what's going on. They gave you that award so that you would go ahead and, you know, keep the damn soccer games in the stadiums that they were scheduled to play in, so that they didn't lose a bunch of money. It was cheaper for them to print out a disc of bronze and put it on a ribbon and give it to you than it was to reset playing soccer games in these different stadiums. You absolute tool. Sucks, man. I'm really getting tired of watching rich people have the best time of their lives and most of the rest of us struggle. They better not ever tell me I'm terminal. You hear me? Whichever one of you FBI agents that's assigned to me this week, is it Frank or is it Billy? Whichever one of you all that are assigned to watch me this week, they better never, ever, ever tell me that I'm terminal, because I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go have me a good time. I'm gonna wear one of those funny ass pointed hats too, and carry around a bow and arrow. And call myself Robin Hood. Man. That's probably why they won't tell me. They probably know. Like, no, man. He is dying, but don't tell him because he'll go crazy. He'll go find a bunch of rich people and lock them in their houses and then start selling off all their property. I'm not even going to sell it. I'm just going to give it away. Just going to lock people in their homes and then, like, just start giving away stuff off their front porches until they arrest me. Die in a shootout with the cops. This is all satire, by the way. I'm not really going to do this. Just so anybody who's watching. Satire. This is satire. Or is it? Does it really matter? Nah, nobody really watches me. I don't even think I really have an FBI agent. It'd be cool if I did. If I had an FBI agent, I'd probably get it, like, you know, more views or something on this show. And I'll tell you what, man, if I do have an FBI agent watching me and you aren't watching my show, bro, what are you doing? You can at least help a bro out, man. Watch my show, shit. Ugh. I said when I'm not feeling good, stuff like I really start getting all weird. So I'm like, man. Sometimes I'm like, man, no, we don't need to be online. I probably could get on there and paint, but man, I'm gonna say something really, really out of context, and I'm probably gonna go to jail. Oh man, now I'm making mistakes now. I need to let this set up and dry. All right, we need to let it dry. I didn't mess around with it too much. I'm gonna end up messing it up. Where are we at? Oh, hey, we're 52 minutes. All right, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do some more Bulbasaur tomorrow. Pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. I've always kind of liked the imagery of the Pokemon stuff. I just never got into that. I never got into the game. It was a little bit, after my time. I was old for that. So I didn't even really play Magic. I played a little bit, but my friends were more into Magic than I was. I was already playing Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer, which was in chess. I played a lot of chess when I was younger. I love chess. Sometimes, like I don't play people I know anymore because I don't like making people mad at me. At least over a game, I'm okay if you're mad at me because of something I said, because I probably meant it. But if you're mad, I make people angry on playing chess because I love to draw people in and then and it makes people angry. So I don't do that. I usually play people online or whatever. But back in the day, when I was a kid, it was like when they first started releasing chess programs, you could play it online. Yes, he is very green. That Bulbasaur is green, green, green. It's a interesting different colors of green. Um, we have 3 different versions of green on there already, and we're getting ready to put it on another one. So it's green. What actually is that a garlic thing on his back, or is it just like a regular plant bulb? I think it's sprouts. I feel like I've seen him sprouted somewhere. But anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Probably ranting about nothing that mattered. It's flower bulb. Yeah, well, but obviously, what kind of flower is the question? Do we know what kind of flower it is, or is it just a Bulbasaur flower? Is it just its flower? That's I think that's where I'm trying to get to. I don't know. He's fun. He's a lot of fun. He's a really neat little critter. Sure. All right, we'll let him dry up. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll paint some more of this guy. Don't actually know. Fine. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's just like a generic cartoon flower, or if he has if it's supposed to be something specific. That'd be interesting to know. Anyway, yep, we'll be back tomorrow, and then probably finish him up tomorrow. It won't take too much longer. We're cruising right around this guy, so I'll have to figure out what we're gonna do. I mean, they eat a lot of garlic all over the world, man. Everybody likes garlic. I don't know any culture that doesn't have absolutely no garlic at all in their food. I don't know that exists. Maybe Russians. I don't know. No, that's wrong. I've had Russian food that had garlic in it. So I'm pretty sure just about everywhere eats garlic. So I'm wondering because it looks like a garlic bulb. It's either garlic. It might be like a tulip or could be maybe a lotus, but I doubt it. No, it could be a lotus because lotuses are an orchid, not a lotus. Lotuses are water lily flowers. I'm thinking an orchid. I have one. I don't know what I'm just tripping. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Be good to yourselves. Be good to somebody else. Be good to people you don't know. Spread that goodness around. And we'll catch you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh wait, hold on. The flower that it evolves into with Venusaur is modeled after the corpse flower. Interesting. Which is also what Vileplume is modeled after. Well, there you go. So there's the answer to the flower conundrum. Thank you, as always, Sir McBeardsly, for your moderation in helping us dig into these amazing questions that we're always trying to figure out here on the show. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great day, and we will definitely talk to you later. And I'm really going this time. I mean it. Love y'all. Bye.